Today on Mandy's cooking show without Mandy, starring me, we're making beef jerky. So I skipped over the first part because it's kind of boring, but basically I just took a bunch of beef and I sliced it really thin and I put it in some sauce overnight. I used a bottom round roast, but there's a few different cuts that work really good for jerky. The main thing that you want to get is something that doesn't have a lot of fat. The fat gets weird when you dehydrate it. It's like kind of chewy and it's just like a weird texture. Doug's coming to help. But anyways, the bottom round roast is really lean and it's a big cut of meat and it's pretty cheap too, actually. I think it was only like $6 a pound or something, which for beef is not bad. But I just cut it across the grain. You can cut it with the grain too. It just gives like a different kind of texture. I feel like it's a little bit easier to chew when you cut across the grain. And then you put it in some sort of a food grade container with your marinade of choice. These are jerk style sauce because that's what we had in the van. And I let it sit overnight. And next I've got to put it in the... He really wants them. Next I've got to lay them all out and put them in the oven and set it to dehydrate. He's trying to push it off the counter right now so that it falls and opens up and then he can eat all of them. This is like a really low effort recipe because the oven does all the work. Really all I have to do is lay out all of the meat, and I've got 3 racks here. Then I just like turn this thing on to the dehydrate setting and it does its thing, and then that's it. So I'm just gonna get all these laid out. I guess I can show you turning the oven on because that's a pretty exciting video. Okay, so we've got all the meat in here and I've got a roasting tray here which helps to let air circulate around all the meats. And then this one's just kind of like a basket style. And I put this on the bottom because juice and marinade are gonna drip off of all this stuff, so this will hopefully catch anything that drips and it doesn't go into the bottom of the oven and become like permanently baked on there. But now I just gotta slide all of these in together, hopefully. Like that. And then we just turn this guy on and we do function dehydrate. And you gotta play around with the time and the temperature, but 5 hours-ish is usually pretty decent. If you need to add more time after it's done, you can just turn it on again and it's fine. Like, it doesn't have, if it stops dehydrating and then it starts again, it doesn't really matter. So now we just hit go and let it ride. And we'll see you in like 5 hours. So we've got an hour left. It's been about 4 hours and most of this jerky is to my liking. But it's so good. But the the pieces that were on the bottom rack didn't dry out quite as fast as the rest, so I just took them off of that bottom rack with the roasting tray thingy, and I moved them up so that we get some airflow around them and get them to dry out. I'm guessing this last hour will probably be enough. I'm hoping that it is, because then I gotta go pick up Mandy, and I don't know if the oven would be okay while we're driving. I don't really want to find out.